Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Kokomimi's AI.
Whoa, what the hell? Ben, what the hell?
What? Something the matter?
Listen, Ben, I know there is a war going on in the comments about the husbando portraits, but that doesn't mean we need to completely throw away the regular video format. Also, you might want to hide. That portrait looks like it's going to distract Joe.
Oh my good golly gee, he's so cute. Ben, can I smell your hair?
I'd rather you didn't.
Please?
I thought you only talked about sniffing hair with the waifus.
Yes, what is your point?
It is funny that one AI program generates Ben to always look like a demonic husbando, and this one generates him to look like a 12-year-old.
Can we all move past this and get on to the role-playing?
Of course, sorry, Ben.
No, we can't move on until we discuss these giant portraits changing up the video format. What the heck is going on?
Well, we want to find a way to make the videos more dynamic. The constantly changing visuals from this format does just that, doesn't it?
But I want to look at Donna's sexy portrait. Why the hell do you think I've been making her so hot?
I like looking at Donna as well. She is our princess.
She is the leader of this party.
More like the mascot of the party.
Barack, I told you that we can't talk like that anymore. They can vote and own property. Progress is amazing. Technology is amazing.
As I was saying, changing up the format is some experimentation with making the videos dynamic and engaging.
It's kind of sad, though. The anime and waifus have sort of become Kokomimi's thing.
Oh, those aren't gone. But the idea is that we can add this formatting in conjunction with the old one to distinguish between in-game and out-of-game dialogue.
Oh, so there's a functional reason for the change. Huh. That's a good idea. Sometimes things can get confusing while role-playing.
And also, this means that you three can all make your character portraits however you like.
Yes, Donna is eternal. Her beauty cannot be caged by Ben's stupid rules and fun ruining.
So much is changing, I'm afraid.
Go to sleep, Joe. You'll forget all about this by the time you wake up again.
Oh boy, is it nap time already? Kamala doesn't let me take them during the day anymore.
No, Joe, stay awake. It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons. We need you here at the table. We can't play without you.
Sure we can. Watch. Oh, I'm Benjen. I love sniffing my goddess hair, eating magic mushrooms, and I'm scared of the dark.
How did you do that?
Do what?
How did he make Benjen's voice come out of his mouth?
Anyway, so we can make our character portraits look however we like?
They are your characters, after all.
Sweet. I want to lean more into Merrick, looking like a half-elf. It's hard to make that happen when the generators stick to making him look exactly like me.
You can never cage Donna's beauty. She is the most beautiful and sexy barbarian warrior woman.
And you all can call me Papa Joe or Daddy.
I'm never calling you that. You played Merrick and Donna's fathers in the backstories, but I'm not calling you that.
But you will.
What?
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Whatever floats your boat. At least I'm not the one putting the videos together. Although Joe can recommend you some people to do that. You've got some teleprompter people on speed dial, don't you, Joe?
What? No, I never used a telephone.
Teleprompter.
What's that?
Never mind.
Ben, you need to fix your own portrait. You look like we need to drive you to the middle school dance.
Yeah, and Donald can't do that from prison.
Joe can't do it either since he's not allowed to be within 500 feet of a playground or school.
Both of you shut up.
The AI generators keep insisting on making me look like a young boy. It's really weird.
No worries. We change out the pictures every episode, so not like it matters too much.
True enough. Now, let's get back to the story. It's Joe's turn for the recap.
Oh, here we go.
I got this. Okay, so in the last episode, we split up and explored a ruined village after some kobold and dragon attacks. I got a new sword from the Birdman, and Swollenald kept saying that I died.
Joe, that's Crafty's new video. Not only are we stealing this video format from other channels, but now we're stealing the meta jokes from them? Pathetic.
You said it, not me.
Joe, think hard and try to remember what happened in our campaign last time.
All I can remember is everything was round and orange, so big and bulbous, fat and orange.
Shut up, Joe.
Why do you assume he's talking about you?
Fire and lightning everywhere. It was chaos. Then I woke up and realized it was all a dream.
Okay, I'll take it from here, Joe. In the last episode, our adventurers had an extremely perilous battle with Memm. After praying to his goddess for mercy, Benjen and the party were rescued by Argathrax, the bronze dragon they first met when exploring the old ruins in the mountains of Melodia.
Absolute king behavior on his part. Both him and Benjen. I have a mountain of questions for him, and I checked the comments of the video to see what the viewers wanted to know too.
Some of the questions can be answered. Some will take more time.
None of this cliffhanger bullshit, Ben.
It's not a cliffhanger. It's just that characters aren't omniscient.
Argathrax will answer the questions that he can answer. Let's hop right into that.
Right, because we have treasure to go through too.
We open this episode with the party back at the Aarakocra outpost. Qual flies down to meet you as you approach the great tree supporting the main dwelling in the area.
You all are alive. We saw the battle from our lookout spot, though it was difficult to tell all of you apart so high up. I'm glad to see that you all prevailed.
Kind of, but not really. With the help of this new friend, we were able to stop the fight.
Speak for yourself, Benjen. I was wrecking Memm in that fight. She didn't stand a chance.
Donna, you are nearly dead. Benjen had to stabilize you or else you would have died.
It is just like you men to gaslight a woman. I was winning that fight. Memm was no match for my godly trident.
Argathrax ignores the bickering of the party to address Qual, making his own introduction since the party hasn't done it for him.
Oh, sorry about that.
A very fine place you have here. I chased off the mushroom brat, and she won't be bothering this place. Nothing to worry about. Myself and our 3 friends here have much to discuss, and they need to tend their wounds.
We are in desperate need of a long rest.
Our talk can wait for the morrow, if you like, after you all have rested and recovered.
That sounds like a plan to me. What do you two think?
Yeah, see you tomorrow. I've got to go count my gold.
I'm fine with anything as long as it means we get to sleep.
Just to be clear, this isn't a real sleep, Joe. I know things can get confusing since we usually do this at the end of episodes.
I'm already feeling tired.
Damn it, Joe, wake up.
What? Ah!
Joe, this is kind of embarrassing. We've barely been playing.
I know what to do. Hey, Joe, you're scared of the dark, right?
No, that's just Benjen.
Okay, then, hey, Benjen, you're scared of the dark, right?
Yes, you weren't supposed to tell anyone.
Do you ever think about how when you close your eyes, the world is all darkness?
Shut it, Donna. Stop trying to traumatize him, especially in front of others. We're a team of strong adventurers.
False. I am a strong adventurer, and you two are my loyal servants who carry my golden treasure.
God almighty.
This is so much bickering for one episode. Guys, please, let's focus. With the promise of speaking tomorrow, the party is led to their lodgings at the base of the Aarakocra outpost, a modest makeshift shelter that will shield them from the elements. Comfortable beds await you 3 after a hard day of battle. I know it is the middle of an episode, but you 3 will also level up to level 6.
Don't forget about all the treasure we found in the dungeon.
Right. Before the party takes their long rest, they set out all of their treasure to divide amongst themselves. In consumable items, you found 9 vials of differently colored potions, as well as 2 spell scrolls. In weapons and equipment, you found a sapphire ring, a gold amulet, a chain shirt, and a crossbow. The party also found a total of 800 gold.
I believe the spell scrolls are meant for me.
Fine by me. I don't need that magic nonsense.
Merrick, the spell scrolls contain information on the spells Scorching Ray and Counterspell. You may use those and add them to your spellbook.
Hell yes, Counterspell's gonna come in clutch. Donna, neither you nor I can wear armor, so I think that chain shirt is meant for Benjen.
I can wear armor. I can do anything I want.
Well, yeah, but wearing armor would restrict your rage.
Benjen, you can equip that chain shirt, and it will bring your armor class up to 15.
15. Puny weakling numbers. My armor class is 16 without any armor.
Only because of those bracers I gifted you. Anyway, I think Benjen should also get the crossbow since he gave his old one to you, Donna.
Fine by me as long as I get the gold.
You can't have all of it, Donna.
Why not? You all are claiming the treasure for yourselves. I claim the gold.
Not all of it. That's not fair.
Personally, I'd be fine with taking just 150 of the gold, and you guys can divide up the rest.
Are you sure, Benjen?
There is more to life than gold. There are friendships and love and happiness.
If you're sure, then. Ben, can you tell me about the vials of potions? I'd also like to look at the ring and amulet to check for magical properties.
Sure, I'll start with the jewelry. Both pieces of jewelry do not appear to be enchanted. They can be sold for a good price, however. The potion vials all have varying effects. Perhaps it is the glass vials they are contained in, but you can't discern what each potion does exactly. Their effects will be a mystery until the potion is drunk, if you or the party can figure out what has changed with the potion.
You've got to be kidding. What good is that in battle?
You never know.
If Benjen takes 150 gold, that leaves 650 for the both of us. I can take the potion vials since you don't seem interested in them, Donna. You can take the ring and amulet. Then we can split the gold down the middle.
How much is that?
Well, you can't do the math?
Donna, can't do The math.
325 for each of us.
Give me 350 and you've got a deal.
Fine. Anything to make you shut up.
Then that will divide up all of the treasure from the Cliffside Temple. The party can take a long rest and level up to level 6. Don't forget to take a look at any new abilities you unlock at this level. Joe, you can choose to level up your Bard or Cleric class. The night passes uneventfully. The nightly thunderstorms of Melodia seem to have disappeared, as it is a clear and calm evening. You sleep peacefully, recharged and ready for another day come morning.
Hey, don't you guys think it's kind of offensive that they didn't offer me a place of my own? Why do I have to share a room with you two? I'm a lady.
Maybe they didn't have enough lodgings to spare.
Besides that, we all share a tent when we move from place to place anyway.
I just think they ought to show more respect to such a beautiful and strong woman such as myself.
Well, that aside, we need to have our chat with Argathrax. Enough stalling, Ben. Time for answers. I'm going to go outside and look for him.
Merrick, you leave the tent, and upon exiting, find the outpost bustling with energy. Aarakocra fly about the area, loading themselves with spears, bows, and other weapons.
I'll call out to ask what's going on. Are we in danger? Under attack?
I will rush outside too with my trident.
Me too, I've got your back.
At the sound of Merrick's voice, Argathrax makes his way over. He is calm, despite the rush around the settlement.
At ease, friend. I simply offered some counsel to Quail and the others, and they are making moves to outfit and upgrade this outpost into something stronger.
So, we're not under attack?
Argathrax lets out a short laugh.
Not at all.
What about the threat of attack? They wouldn't be rushing to arm themselves if there was no danger.
He stops the party from rushing off with a gentle hand.
Nothing of the sort. They are going out for a hunt. Quail and his men have been waiting for your arrival for some time now, and thus have not explored much of the island beyond this area. Now that they have fulfilled their duty, they can redouble their efforts in building up the outpost into a proper town. And that requires strength and supplies. I offered my advice on where they could find just that.
Oh, okay. I was worried for a second. Glad that everything is all right. Damn. Qual took his promise to Mavana very seriously. He waited for us, and now he's building up the outpost into a proper town.
We should offer help to Quail and the others. They've been kind to let us stay here. It's only fair to see if they require any more help.
Benjamin, we are supposed to be finishing this pilgrimage. Who knows when Memm could attack us again? The sooner we finish, the better.
In response to your worries, Argathrax waves a hand dismissively.
I have no doubt that she will leave you be as long as you are under my protection.
In that case, I don't see the harm in staying here an extra few days. We can restock supplies and such before we set off again. Donna, I'm sure if we stick around, there will be opportunities to make some coin.
I see your point. We will stay a few more days before moving on.
Now that we have the last piece of the ritual song, we'll need to make our way back to the Rainforest Temple to perform it. That's going to be another long trek. Merrick's idea to stock up first is a good one.
Right. Looking back at the old map we got in Salt Wish, we can travel south to make it back to the Rainforest Temple. Granted, I don't know if this map is even more out of date now that years have passed.
Hey, we can stop by back at the Goblin Village again. Say hello to Elder Grot once more.
Oh yeah, I like that place. They paid proper respect to Donna's majesty and prowess.
Memm's home is nearby, though. We should be careful, even if she'll leave us be with Argathrax's protection. Or should I call you Mr. Argathrax? Sir Argathrax?
Argathrax is fine. Mr. Argathrax was my father. Very well. Now, shall we have our chat, as promised?
Yes, I have a lot of questions for you.
I expected no less, and I will answer as many as I can.
First off, I hope this doesn't come across as offensive, but who exactly are you? Besides, of course, a bronze dragon.
Argathrax lets out another short laugh, finding a bit of humor in Merrick's unease.
I was once the beloved friend and confidant of a king, now long forgotten to these lands. You all were poking around his castle ruins when we first met. I do not expect you three to know who I am. Barely anyone does anymore.
You must be extremely old.
Benjamin knows the feeling all too well.
What I mean is, Chumpot, you must be full of wisdom. How many years have passed since the reign of that king? The castle was in ruins. It had to have been centuries, maybe more.
Argathrax nods, closing his eyes in thought. A lifetime must pass across his thoughts as he answers you. a lifetime so vast that it defies mortal comprehension.
It has been so many years that I have long since lost count. When I made this island my home, King Ree offered a partnership and friendship rather than trying to push me off these lands. I gave him advice on governing. I respected him greatly. He is long dead now, of course. Humans have very short lifetimes.
Didn't we see some murals and stuff with an old guy in them while we were exploring those ruins? Must have been this king.
I think you're right. Argathrax. You mentioned a princess when talking with Memm. Does the princess have anything to do with this king?
At the mention of the princess, Argathrax's smile breaks out into something more nostalgic.
Ah, yes, Princess Euterpe. She was the daughter of King Ree and loved music so very much. And the king loved his daughter so very much.
Hey, I found that old book of music in the ruins. I wonder if that belonged to her.
It would not surprise me. The princess delighted in music above all else.
Was she a human as well?
Yes, she was.
So, she's gone. Dead?
He tilts his head and raises an eyebrow with a twinkle in his eye.
Not entirely, as I believe you are putting together.
When Benjen prayed to the goddess for help, she sent you. And you said that the princess had asked you to aid us. They must be...
one and the same. The king loved the princess. He was a father who would do anything for his daughter. Anything to ensure that she lived beyond her normal human lifespan. That she could live forever.
Wait. I copied down the murals from the ruins, but there was one in particular. It had something to do with a star, I think. I'm going to look back at the sketches I made in one of my books.
Merrick, the sketch you made is of the bearded royal man reaching out to catch a star shooting down.
That's the one. Wasn't it in some sort of special room in the ruins? I can't remember exactly.
So you think this mural has something to do with her becoming a goddess?
Maybe. Ben, do I know anything about attaining godhood as a mortal?
I'll let you pick between rolling arcana or history.
I have a bigger bonus for history. I'll roll that. I got a 12.
Merrick, you recall from your schooling that you did learn a bit about mortals achieving godhood. It is usually a monumental task that only the greatest heroes can hope to achieve. Complicated magical rituals can be involved, or slaying gods to steal their divinity. There are a few different ways scattered throughout history, but these could be ghosts of the truth.
So, there aren't any historical records or stories about someone gaining divinity to give to another person?
No, you can't recall anything like that.
All right, thought I would check. This mural depicting the king catching a star? I'd guess that it is important enough to signify something in Melodia's history.
Argathrax nods. His eyes close, and he smiles with a gentle fondness, like he is revisiting a pleasant memory.
Like I said, he was a father who would do anything for his daughter. The princess was a wonderful girl.
So he made her into a goddess? How does one do that?
His eyes fly open and lock with Donna, mischief glittering in them.
Now, I wonder why you're asking such a question. It could not be that you yourself desire to achieve godhood. Surely not.
No, Donna is already a godly warrior woman, a goddess in her own right. But hypothetically, if she wanted divinity, how would one go about doing that?
Do you want to roll deception on that, Donna?
Why would I roll? It's not a lie.
Argathrax sees through your deception and seems to find it amusing.
I have a few clues about what one might do, but I have no desire to share them with you. I somehow believe you might use such power for nefarious reasons.
I would never. Donna would never.
Your outrage shows your guilt.
Shut up, Merrick.
How come we didn't find any depictions of the princess in any of the murals or any statues of her in the ruins?
That's a really good point.
At Benjen's addition, Argathrax's eyebrows knit together in deep thought.
That is something I do not know for certain myself. The best guess I have is that King Ree wanted to conceal the existence of the princess. His reasons behind that, I'm not sure.
I thought the two of you were friends. You would know all about what happened in the court and castle if you were friends with the king.
We had some disagreements about what he wanted to do with his daughter. I argued that he should not try to take power over another's life or death. He was adamant that he would do anything for his daughter to live forever.
Was she sick or something?
No, not at all. But I suppose the king could not abide the thought that one day his daughter would grow old, wither away, and die.
I get that. If I could find a way to be sexy forever, I would do it.
I see I was right not to tell you any of my knowledge about divinity.
Donna, chill out. I also have some questions about Memm for Argathrax. She is supposedly a servant of the goddess, but it seemed like she was acting against the will of the goddess when she fought us.
She was.
But why? We reasoned out that something or someone is controlling her. Do you know who that might be?
Merrick's question prompts an even more pensive expression across Argathrax's face.
I do not know the answer to that either. But I do know for certain that it is someone who wants to hinder your efforts in Melodia's temples. You three are the first in, perhaps, centuries who have gotten so close to completing the pilgrimage. The goddess desires you to do so.
I don't think he would lie to us, but can I roll insight? I just want to double check.
Sure.
That's a 23.
Argathrax's expression is deep in thought. His body is still. You can't see any signs of deception. He is as perplexed by Memm's behavior as the rest of the party.
He didn't seem that perplexed by it when she was fighting us. He seemed to think she was a brat.
Well, I've known Memm since she was a brat. You should have seen her when she first came to court.
About the pilgrimage, are we really the first ones in so long to finish it?
You are, although the more I think on it, the more I wonder if Memm is partly behind that.
That would make sense. The only reason we escaped her is because of you.
And that is all because you seem to have made quite an impression with the goddess.
Another mischievous expression crosses his
Especially the barbarian who constantly insults her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not to worry, the goddess is not a humorless being. She can appreciate someone poking fun at her.
Is that so in that case is a reason for all these temples and such? Or is it just more unreasonable demands of Benjen? Why does she want us to complete the pilgrimage? What is the point of it? You know, she takes his cleric powers away if he doesn't pray to her every day.
I can see why you would find that unreasonable. But consider that gods only hold sway so long as they have followers. She needs Benjen's prayers as much as he needs her support for magic.
So is the temple pilgrimage just a way to secure more followers? Seems like a lot of effort for little reward.
True, you can buy followers on those funny websites that sometimes steal your credit card.
Focus, Benjen. Anyway, I kind of think there's more to it than just securing followers.
There may be, but whatever her reason, the goddess has not shared it with me.
Hey, wait, the goddess introduced herself as Arya, the goddess of harmony. Why didn't she call herself Josephine?
Josephine?
Yeah, the name of the princess.
Christ, Benjen. The princess was named Euterpe.
I knew that.
No, you did not. But you still asked a good question. Why are the names different?
Argathrax looks sad as he answers the question.
I cannot say for sure why, but King Rhi took measures to protect his daughter beyond raising her to divinity. That could be one such measure. Another thing to keep in mind is that raising a mortal to immortality is inevitably going to change them. While I knew and loved the princess in her life, she has changed in divinity. Not necessarily for better or worse, but changed.
Wait, guys, I had a horrible realization. Do you think Mavana is okay? She was traveling with Memm. What if Memm did something to her?
Oh, shit. You're right. Do you know anything about that Argathrax? Mavana is but a druid from Saltwish who was writing a history of the Sivan. She got interested in the goddess after meeting us and set off on her own temple pilgrimage. Do you know if she's alive? Did Memm do something to her?
I do not know the answer to that either.
We at least know she made it all the way here with the help of Quail. Do you think she finished the dungeon?
I'm pretty sure Qual would have said something if she didn't finish it.
I hope she's okay. I would feel horrible if something happened to her. We're the ones who said she'd be safe with Memm.
We should go back to Saltwish to check on her.
Argathrax raises a hand to stop Benjen.
No, you need to focus on your task at hand, completing the remainder of the pilgrimage.
I have an idea. Since we're staying here for a couple of days, could I send Poe to Saltwish with a message to the mayor or Mavana's family? Is he intelligent enough to be able to do that, Ben?
He can fly there and back, yes. He can't memorize a complicated message, however.
That's fine. I can write it out and have him deliver it.
I'll allow that.
I think you should first write a letter to the mayor. It would be kind of cruel to write a letter to her family that basically says, hey, is your daughter dead or alive?
A surprisingly tactful point from you. All right, I know it's a bit rude to do this in the middle of our conversation, but I want to get an answer as soon as possible. I think the mayor's name was Rain or something, right? My letter will say, Dear Mayor Rain, or the current mayor of Saltwish. I'm writing to inquire about Mavana, a druid in Saltwish. Several years ago, she set off on a pilgrimage to temples across Melodia. I have reason to believe that one of her companions is not one to be trusted, and worry that harm may have come to her. If you do not know whom I speak of, her family owns an apothecary in the town. Please let us all know about her status. The Raven, Poe, can carry a message back to me. Hope to hear back soon with good news. Marak, Donna, and Benjen. How does that sound?
It sounds completely random if the current mayor has no idea who you're talking about.
True, but I'm not sure how else to write the letter.
Yeah, it's not easy to write a letter asking if someone is dead or not. We'll see how the reply comes back.
Right. So, Ben, can I tell Poe how to get to Saltwish and he'll be able to get there?
Yes. Since he's your familiar, you can communicate with him more than other people. He can understand basic directions and instructions.
Got it. Poe, I need you to carry this letter to Saltwish and give it to the mayor, or a town guard, who can give it to the mayor.
The bird pauses, then squawks. Mayor Saltwish, letter guards.
That's right.
After giving Poe the letter to deliver and directing him how to find Saltwish, he flies away.
Do we know how long it will take him to get there?
No, unless you want to try rolling for animal handling.
Yes, I will roll. I got a 6.
That's enough. You only needed a 5. Depending on weather conditions, Poe could reach Saltwish in a day or 2.
We'll wait for a reply before worrying about that. Try to put it from your mind if you can.
We might have doomed Mavana. That's hard to put from my mind.
I know, but try.
I liked her too. She was so nice. What?
We were waiting for you to say what her hair smelled like.
Peppermint and smiles.
Right, anyway, we can't do anything about Mavana right now. Let's continue our conversation and then make a plan going forward.
Returning to your conversation with Argathrax, what else would you all like to ask him about?
One of the comments asked about Harmonia. We haven't been there yet, and all we know about it is something Memm said. Something about having to go under to get there. Also, when we were going through the castle ruins, I found a book that recorded noble families. The page for Melodia was blotted with ink, but the page for Harmonia was completely blank. What do you know about that?
Firstly, I know of a way to get to Harmonia. I will inevitably have to show you as you continue on your journey. You do have to go under. You will see when we get here.
Have you ever been there?
No. Melodia is my home. I doubt I would be welcome in Harmonia. Besides, I would rather stay here where I can be of use to the goddess in times of need, as you would no doubt agree.
You may have super saved us, but I could have killed Memm all by myself. I didn't need any help.
He super saved us, but you didn't need any help. How does that make sense?
It does. Don't question me. I did the most in that battle.
Actually, I would argue that Benjen did the most. He's the only reason you stayed alive for so long.
Fake news. Everyone can go back and watch the video. I did the most in that fight.
Sure, everyone should go back and watch that video to see who did the most.
Argathrax, do you know about my goddess sister?
Oh shit. You're right, Benjen. We heard her mention a sister when Benjen first became a cleric. It's been referenced a bit in the temples. Did the princess have a sister or something?
She did not. I assume her sister goddess is the one presiding over Harmonia. I do not know much about her identity. However, calling the other goddess her sister may be a simple product of Melodia, and Harmonia being called sister kingdoms.
That would make sense. So you don't know anything about the goddess in Harmonia? It would be good to have some information about her before we continue our journey. Like you said, we'll end up there eventually.
I don't know much about her identity, but I do know that she has an excellent work ethic. It's par for the course in her situation.
Benjen's goddess could learn a thing or two from that.
I have to agree with Donna.
I have a question. What does all of this have to do with the prophetic dreams we each received that brought us to Melodia?
At the mention of your dreams, Argathrax's perks up.
Prophetic dreams? Fascinating. Tell me more.
Nothing much beyond what I said. Each of us had a prophetic dream directing us to come to Melodia and Harmonia. I believe each of our dreams had some different motivations, though. Personally, I came to save this land with my amazing prowess and make coin while doing it.
My prophetic dream told me that I could right the balance of nature here, and thus learn to understand the values of my ancestors. Out of game moment, but does Benjen know about his prophetic dream? We haven't done his backstory yet.
No worries, Barack, I got this. My prophetic dream promised me a found family and told me that I would be the key to uniting a group of heroes with love, kindness, and friendship.
Is that why you always go on about dumb shit?
I know that you may not appreciate me, Donna, but I am here to unite us. You two are my family. We will get through any struggles we come across.
That's really sweet, Benjen.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, what can Argathrax tell us about these dreams? Are there any forces or powers here that could be the cause of the dreams?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that, at least not without more information. Perhaps as you continue on, I'll be able to help discover the identity of that party.
Hey, you guys remember that weird monster that Sarah turned into in Melodia City?
That weird banshee thing? How could I ever forget?
I remember my goddess said something like, what is that thing doing up here? What do you think she meant by that?
Oh, right. A commenter brought that up. I'll relay our experience with Sarah to Argathrax so that he knows the context of what we're saying.
Argathrax listens to your story in pensive silence, nodding along as you recount your experiences with Sarah, Eric, Locke, and the goblins.
I see. I suspect what the goddess meant to say is that, well, there are certain monsters that are native to Harmonia rather than Melodia. It is not normal for the monster you are describing to appear up here.
So how did it get up here?
Sarah may have struck up a deal with a being in Harmonia to gain power. Of course, there would have to be a sacrifice in exchange. Give that her son mysteriously disappeared. I think we can assume he was offered as payment.
That's horrifying.
Good thing we killed her then. This is just confirmation that she was super evil.
Does that happen a lot? Should we be worried about people making deals with beings in Harmonia to turn into monsters?
Making a deal or forging a pact is quite rare here. If one wants to evolve, it is easy enough to accumulate experience in other ways.
Wait, what do you mean, evolve?
Surely you've noticed the strange appearance of some variations of monsters. Memm is a redcap, you know. They don't ordinarily look like a young girl.
Holy shit. Are you telling me that there is a story-relevant reason that this world is full of waifus?
Indeed there is.
I thought Kokomimi was just some kind of waifu-obsessed, anime-pandering weirdo, or maybe she was just obsessed with making everyone hot to mess with us. But you're saying there was a reason behind the waifus?
Honestly, I don't care about the reason as long as we get more waifus. I love to look at their...
Stop right there, Joe. Let's get back to the roleplay. So Argathrax, the monsters evolving, I suppose they have to accumulate experience the same way we do, fighting monsters and such.
And if they accumulate enough with a bit of divine favor, they can evolve into something even better.
Not necessary for Donna. This is peak performance and beauty. No room for improvement.
Humans and other similar beings will find it extraordinarily difficult to evolve the way monsters and other such beings can.
It's like I said, Donna is peak.
If you would like more information, you need to look no further than Quail and this outpost. Part of the advice I gave was for them to accumulate more experience, seek a bit of divine favor, and see if they can evolve, should they wish to change.
Is that what everyone is in such a fuss about? Interesting. We'll see what happens soon enough if we stick around a few days, I suppose. All right. I think that's about all my questions for Argathrax. Do either of you have any more?
No, I don't have anything else.
Me neither. I don't think.
If we forgot any questions, people can leave them in the comments.
Good point.
If you are finished with your questions, then this might be a good place to close the episode.
Sounds good to me. It's almost ice cream and nap time.
To the viewers, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think about this video format, and if the party forgot any questions for Argathrax. You guys probably covered everything, but it's always possible you missed something.
If you liked the video and the series, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. I need some cash to pay legal fees.
And you've resorted to begging now. I actually feel sort of bad for you. Anyway, we'll see you all next time.